This song is called Never Lose Hope of a Brighter Future. Every day, things seem to drift away, out of reach before it starts to make sense. And what sense of it? Am I too delicate? Time is running out, so just kill the beast. Let it lie. Don't dwell or cry. Overanalyze. Wait, don't overanalyze. Now I know it takes years to grow. Then you reap what you sow. I can see the end of being a bad friend, lying to myself every time that I want more. It's not too late to change. You don't have to stay the same. Tomorrow's not today. I can hear the beat that's in the air and say, and it's all around me now. I'm listening to what's inside, what makes me feel alive. If it's within my control, I can see the end. I'll fall in love again. Be better to myself every time that I want more. It's not too late to change. You don't have to stay the same. Tomorrow's not today. Tomorrow's not today. Tomorrow's not today. Tomorrow's not today. Not today. Woo!
Yeah, so we're here with our friend Dustin. Welcome.
Hello.
Live in the studio.
In the stew.
Live.
Playing some songs for us, and we're going to chat a little bit.
That was a great song you just played.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you are a Deer Park boy.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Thanks for having me.
I mean,
It's all right.
Bulldog
But
is a
it's-
falcon's
it's
natural
true.
predator. But what are you going to do?
It is true. It is true.
Tell us a little about your origin story and growing up there and how you got into music.
How did the Schneiders end up in Deer Park?
I could actually tell you, both my parents are like from the Massapequa area, or they grew up there at like different times, and then my mother's father bought a condo in Deer Park, and I wasn't born in the house, but I've lived there my whole life in Deer Park, and tried to move out of Deer Park, in my early 20s, but wound up finding another house across town. So, DP for life.
Okay. So,
Wait, was that the question?
You hear that, women? DP for life.
DP for life. My origins.
that was part of the question, yeah.
My parents.
It was how you ended up in Deer Park, so you explained that.
What did your folks do for a living?
That's not important.
It might be.
Okay.
We'll extract something from it.
My mother watched kids. She was a daycare worker, babysitter. My father worked many different jobs. Managed an art gallery and was a bricklayer. Now does security at schools.
he also worked. I remember seeing him at Roseland for concerts.
He did security
concerts.
at concerts. Yep. He bounced around quite a bit until he found, this gig, which he's very happy with.
Okay. And you do have siblings, correct?
I do. I have a younger sister.
That's right.
I'm a big brother to Taylor. It's my girl. She's upstate.
Okay.
She ran away upstate and, lives in the mountains, hikes, bikes, grows vegetables, all that shit. I'm really proud of her. She's really cool.
Living off the land.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, how did you end up discovering, local music and get into playing and singing?
Okay, so there's a lot to that question.
We have time.
How'd I grow up and getting into music? It's really my parents loved music. They would always play it in the house. I don't really have memories of being in the bath, but I've seen pictures of me in the bath, and my mom would play the accordion, and my dad played the bass, and he was in a band in high school, and they played cover songs. And my dad,
as dads do,
right? And he used to quiz me in the car when I got older. Who's this band? Who's the singer? This and that, and I grew up, idolizing. I think the same people my father idolized. So when
drop some names,
when old Henry down at the factory and Ponytail Bob.
Gotcha.
And then when I was 9 years old, he was it's time to play an instrument, and I don't know if I picked or he suggested playing the guitar, because he played bass, and I guess he thought we could jam.
Accordion was never in the picture for you.
No, and I wish it was. My mom actually sold it to some dude, but as I got older, I would have loved to have
a
accordion.
typewriter strapped to your chest.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, so I started playing when I was 9. Took lessons, and instantly found that. So my pops kind of raised me to be a lead guitarist. He was buying me how to play Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan tapes, and I was watched Crossroads at an early age and really got into the fucking Delta blues and shit. But to my father's dismay, perhaps, I think I remember seeing Bush play. What was that, Woodstock or something, where Gavin was getting rained on?
It's MTV spring break thing, but he's playing Glycerine in the pouring rain.
Yeah, that was my first man crush.
Uh-huh.
He I don't know. There was something about him standing up there in the rain did fucking something to me, and I was like, I don't think
now.
I don't. Right. I was like, I don't want to be a lead guitarist anymore. I think I want to.
If you had it all again,
write
you'd
songs.
change it all.
But I couldn't sing. I couldn't sing for shit. So I didn't sing in my first band. Even the songs that I wrote, I would have the buddy system. I'd have Mike or Chris sing the songs that I wrote, because I was shy and I didn't fucking have a good voice. I still don't know if I do, but I've been doing it long enough where I kind of have my own voice now, at least. Yeah, that's my musical origin story. From lead guitarist to sexy Gavin Rosdale to writing tunes.
So how did you discover the local scene and shows going on?
Who had an older sibling?
See, that's just it. I was really alone in that. I was a super shy kid, and I didn't have any older friends at all.
That was my next question.
I used to.
As far as high school goes, I feel like until Vito's class, which is 2 years older than me, I feel like the local music kind of skipped the generation. And, then we were, the next kids to kind of pick that up and start bands beyond that. And then, Blink-182 and Tony Hawk just, opened the gates for everyone to...
Yeah.
There was a time in high school where every day of the week you could find a kid in a Waiting Process, which was Vito's band at the time, t-shirt, or Blink-182 t-shirt. Literally any day of the week. When the year before that was not the case at all.
Just for reference, what year did you graduate high school?
I was going to say that was Lindenhurst. So I'm a little younger. I'm
You're
a baby.
03?
I'm 03.
Yeah.
Correct, John.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not that much younger.
Yeah, no, but well, in Deer Park years, it translates. There
yes.
weren't many local band people while
Not
when
at
I was
that
in
time.
ninth grade.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Up until 12th,
Yeah.
all the older kids. I don't know, really like lame music. We were like, there was maybe a band before I got into high school. I think like Artie's Taxi or something, and they were playing like local shows and stuff, but. Other than that, there wasn't really anything until we kind of came around in like 8th grade and started playing like backyard parties, and then eventually played was it like Ground Zero and the basement of Mr. Beery's and shit. But my first like local show, so my mom's partner's son, who's much older than me, he used to live with the Indecision and Most Precious Blood guys and gals, and he went to a lot of shows. He was a big part of the scene. He used to stand on stage at all the shows and like push people off the stage and stuff. And
Was he asked to do that, or
yes, he was. Yes, he was.
What was his name?
Brad. And but super cool dude, and he saw that I was getting into like heavier stuff like Korn. I really loved that first Korn record and Deftones. And, we were hanging as a family. And he was like, oh, you like Korn and the Deftones? He gave me a bunch of cassette tapes. Sick of It All, By the Grace of God, fucking H2O, Strife. Really got me into, like, hardcore because I liked heavy music. And he was like, hey, what are you doing on the... I didn't drive. I was a fucking young kid. So he didn't really say, what are you doing? He was just like, hey, come see this show with me. And he brought me to Deja One, and I saw Sick of It All and Shut Down, Ensign, I think it was. And, like, got there early, and, like, we were eating pizza with the bands and shit, and he really, like, introduced me to everyone, showed me around, got me feeling comfortable in that local scene, because that's just it. If I didn't have someone to bring me in, I would have been way too shy to even, do it on my own, or it would have taken me a much longer time. I'm really grateful he did, though. I really owe him a lot for that one.
You had to have that one older person that was nice to you.
Yep, and he was family, so...
Yeah, had to be.
Yeah, he had to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it changed my life, man. It gave me community. Gave me a sense of community, which I never really had.
Okay. So at what point do you, like, get together with other kids and start a band?
So that was even before I started going to local shows. Like I said, I started playing guitar in like 94 or something. And so I'm like learning all this bluesy shit and everything. But, I'd learn like, Green Day songs or like Weezer songs. And I had indoor recess in 5th grade with, turns out, one of my best friends, Mike Calvert, and he was playing a bass at indoor recess. And I was like, you play bass? I was like, I have an electric guitar. And like, we hit it off talking about, those bands, Green Day, Weezer, No Doubt. I don't fucking know. And from there, I think, we started jamming kind of 6th grade or so, 7th grade. And eventually by 8th grade, got a band together. And there was really no other bands that we knew of before us. We thought we were like fucking like inventing the wheel or whatever. Not really, but like, there was no one to really look up to, so we were doing our own thing. Me, Mike, our buddy Chris, and Cody, and started the buddy system maybe in like 98 and played our first show in like 99, 2000, and just kept going from there. And then,
so you were really young when you started that band.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Young, naive. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So where were some of your first shows?
That
you mentioned Beery's and
that I played.
That you played, yeah.
I think I can't remember if the very first one was Ground Zero or the basement in Beery's.
And for people that might not know, he's talking about a bar in Belmore.
Belmore.
Not the
Not
former
New York
site
City.
of the Twin Towers. That had not happened at the point.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
towers were still there.
And then, man, we used to book a lot of shows at the Sahara. I remember.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's a venue we don't talk about much, but the Sahara. Now a Japanese grocery store.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't even... Was that even, like, a venue? That was, like, an event space?
No, that was like a place kids had their
could-
bar mitzvah or some shit like that.
That's what I thought. It was a good-sized space, though.
But I mean, credit to Christian or whoever was booking shows, wherever they'll let you, do it. Go do it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I also, like, maybe not too early, but at maybe 2001, 2002, after I graduated high school, Milwaukee Skyrocket had a show with the Buddy System at Empire Discs in Garden City. And this
true.
is kind of a funny thing. We had beef as a result of this. There was an issue where no one brought, like, an extension cord or a power strip or something like that. So
It was a mic cable.
Is that what it was? Okay. I thought
so.
that we couldn't plug into anything. I know afterwards, our singer, Mike Tahali, shout out to the entire Tahali family, was a fan of swinging and singing. Mics are for both, apparently. But he damaged a mic cable that was not ours, and we were there by ourselves because we had people that weren't children in the band and were adults. They were there with Dustin's dad, and Dustin's dad did not take kind to the fact that...
He broke our mic cable.
Yeah, with little to no remorse.
It's true. It's true.
And there was and we also had similar logos, weirdly. Like, we had the men and women's bathroom symbols with the head off. And they had theirs doing like a
Buddy
high five.
System.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an early memory for sure.
Solidifying the Lindenhurst Deer Park connection
Exactly.
early on.
Yeah.
Before it
There's a
was
lot of
even
that.
real.
Well, also, I mean, my true Lindenhurst like roots was when the Buddy System started playing a lot.
Did you ever play
and
that
also we played
birthday party place on Wellwood Avenue?
No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
I can't even think
but
of the name of it.
Gabby Babino
Party
used
Away.
to book
Yes.
shows.
Yeah.
And she used to book us at shows, and that's kind of how we met. Like, Gabby and Matt, we got to know Matt that way, and so on and so forth. As
Gabby having put out the Subterfuge backup plan
right.
7-inch.
And booked those couple of shows at the Sahara. Speaking of 9/11, it was a 9/11 benefit show.
Gotcha.
that
There's
I
a
think-
poster for that in a room adjacent to us.
there's a lot of downtown shows. We played a
Yeah.
lot of downtown shows. That was a fun era. A lot of good times there.
I never got to play there.
I was there last week. It's Croxley's
Not the,
now.
I was gonna say you weren't at the downtown.
No, I
Yes,
was at
it is
Croxley's, which used to be the downtown, with a bunch of musicians, and none of them knew that it was the downtown prior.
Are they all children?
They're all younger than me,
Yeah.
which still adults. But I had to explain to them, this was a venue that had a lot of shows.
a lot.
You should
A
probably
lot.
know that,
There was
but,
a time when it was like,
Dave Glicker is the downtown.
and then you kind of like
Shout out Dave Glicker.
when the downtown shut down, there was almost like a instant crossover to the Crazy Donkey.
Yes.
But that didn't have as long of it didn't have the heart of what the downtown kind of had back in the day.
I blame it on having a bar in the middle of the floor. But
we
this
go.
day, it'll ruin anything. Sorry, Mulcahy's.
It felt like just like a random club that was doing shows, not like
El
a venue
Burro
meant
Loco.
for music
Yes.
like the downtown was. Yeah. Yeah. So how long did the Buddy System last?
I would say
Besides forever.
there actually is a band like in Queens right now called the Buddy System or Buddy System Forever or something like that, and they were called the Buddy System. And when they started playing shows, people would think that it was my old band from back in the day, and enough people thought that I think they changed their name to Buddy System Forever. I don't quote me on that.
Further confusing people.
Yes. Now it's just like a tribute band.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we played for a while. We didn't really start playing like shows on the regular until 2000 maybe, and then I think we went, dude. Now being this old and like I've jumped around, I've played in a lot of fucking bands, as we all have, and all the shows and years really blend together. And I'll be upfront.
Gig's a
I've
gig,
done
man.
a lot of like
It's all one big
drugs
gig.
and drinking.
Hindsight is 420.
Amen, brother.
I haven't, and I can't remember shit.
Okay.
So
It
it's,
all when you've gone to like hundreds of shows and you've played hundreds of shows, I mean, over the course of like 20-something years,
all blends
the
together,
stories and everything blend together. Sometimes with Sister Kisser, we'll be talking about, and Chris Arena, who has his shit together. He's a great guy. I love him. But like, he'll state some facts about, a tour we went on. I have no clue, like,
the only one that remembers
where,
that. And
or like I'll remember it, but I don't remember where it happened, with who, what,
That's Tom Kelly for me. He remembers every detail of tour.
Thank God for that member of the band.
Yeah.
Every band needs that member.
Someone's got to write the book eventually.
That's just it. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say too much, on the podcast, but I feel like thank God for Chris Arena, because we were all kind of in the wildest time of our lives. And like with me, Sal, and Matt, these are my brothers and I love them to death. But if the band was just the three of us, we all might be fucking dead right now.
You guys would have been stuck.
That's just it. Like,
started new lives wherever the band.
Chris Arena got us home, and like, God bless that dude.
So was that the next band? Sister Kisser?
Oh my God! If you really want to like go chronologically, I don't think so. I think
Bothan
the Buddy
Spies the
System.
next one?
So the Buddy System, when that kind of fell apart, when Brad joined the band at the end, so we went through 3 drummers. Cody, Chris Arena was the second drummer of the Buddy System, and then Brad from Sainthood Reps was the last drummer. And then that band kind of fell apart at that point. And Mike and I started a band called Upon Infinity, which, we didn't play many shows, but Mike and I were getting into some weird shit. We were like smoking pot, like outdoors, and like fucking, I don't know, writing weird songs in the tennis court in my mom's condo.
Was
and
Sal in Upon Infinity?
No.
There is some other band Sal was in with.
Chris Pinnell was the drummer. Do you remember him?
I do.
Soda
That's that
Popinski.
one, legend.
Sean Auer, right? He was in that band. So yeah, and that was, short-lived. And then after that, I'm pretty sure I did You Are Who You Fuck before Sister Kisser. Well,
Bothan Spies.
So Bothan Spies, I can't take credit for that
That's
being
a
my
Mike
band.
and Dana
that
thing?
was no, not even. Bothan Spies was something that Mike used to do on his own MIDI in his house on the computer, and he just used to show us his songs.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, these are so good. These are so good. You got to do something with it. So in between bands, I don't exactly know when it happened, but in between like my bands that I was doing, Mike said he was going to do the band. I was like, oh, dude, I'm there. Like, I'll totally help you with it.
Yeah.
And I did that as long as I could. I have a problem. So, like, even when I fucking started playing guitar, taking guitar lessons, my friend, the Buddy System back in the day, like, would want me to learn, like, Rancid songs or whatever. And, my guitar teacher would be, like, showing me stuff. But I wasn't interested. I really wasn't interested. I just wanted to write my own shit. So, okay, now take that information, bring it back to Bothan Spies. I really enjoyed being with my friends and playing my friends' music, who I loved. I loved listening to Bothan Spies. But there's something about, and maybe me in particular, I just didn't want to play anybody else's songs. I had all these songs within me, and even though it was fun, it wasn't scratching that itch for me.
Gotcha.
So then I left Bothan Spies, and they continued without me, with Joey D'Angelo, I believe, playing guitar after I left for a little while, and then they disbanded.
That's around the time I think I met you. Bothan Spies time. Because I remember you guys played with you. You played a show in Jared's basement.
Yes,
that was like
correct.
a crazy party where Jared threw a TV and broke it and threw something on Keith Pilson's head, and I think it was the first Nautical Mile Bastard Cut show as well in there. Mm-hmm. But shout out Jared, shout out everyone involved there in times of war. Well, I think Bill from Agent played too, and Agent also played in the basement.
Yeah, probably.
But
and that actually then leads to You Are Who You Fuck, because
so then in Times of War put out a 7-inch, and I thanked you guys inside of it.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, these guys are cool, and thank them.
And I loved your band, so you and I were friends.
Yeah.
And I wrote like a 5 or 6 song acoustic I don't know if you could call it acoustic hardcore or whatever, but it was like this acoustic EP. And I think when I played it for you, you were like, you should make this a band.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's your drummer? Whatever. And that's how I got together with Sean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sean. And then Sean.
Shout out
So
Sean
it was
McMahon.
so it was me, Mike, and Sean McMahon, and then Sean left the band, and then we hooked up with Joe.
Yeah.
And then I think Sister Kisser was after You Are Who You Fuck. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I also remember You Are Who You Fuck. You wanted to record with Phil Douglas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can give you his
Which
number.
we did.
Yeah, you did. You totally did. And I think I'm yelling something at the end of a song or something
Yes,
like
you
that.
are, you are.
I remember the session, but you wouldn't directly talk to Phil. You needed me to talk to Phil for you.
I've always, let me tell you, it's
You
very
need to
difficult.
translate.
Not even, I guess, translate
Look,
Dustin to...
I'm super shy.
That's
I
what
mean,
it was.
not
He
so
didn't-
much
He
anymore.
didn't really know Phil,
This is-
so I could get, like, being apprehensive.
This is a
about it.
lifetime of work, though, yo. Like, when I was even, like, 4, my aunt and uncle got married, and I was supposed to be the ring bearer, and I couldn't
Yeah.
go down the aisle.
No,
I
I get it.
ran back to my mom. I wanted to take karate when I was younger, but I was, like, afraid to, like... There are so many things in my life, even in my adulthood, that
Yeah.
I haven't done out of fear. And I appreciate you guys and all my friends support. You know, people who love me really give me the confidence to do what I want to do, because it's actually very difficult for me to even, sit here and speak with you guys, or even, play these songs that I've been playing all night
We're
with
just
you
going to sit here and
guys.
stare at you while you play songs in our studio.
Yeah, we can look the other
No,
way.
it's okay.
pressure.
I've been doing this long enough where, like, it's part of the process, and it's cool. It's cool. It makes me feel alive. There's a lot of beauty beyond the point of fear in this life. And, I ain't about to jump out of a plane or anything like that, but I do find a lot of beauty, being uncomfortable in life. Sometimes you have to be a little uncomfortable to feel that.
Yeah. Just to jump back real quick, who was your guitar teacher?
Did you go to that Gil whatever place?
Gil
Did-
Bryan. So
Bryan.
it was this guy Jimmy who was in this band called Deep Banana Blackout. They were like
Oh,
kind of
wow.
a funky,
Yeah.
funky band,
Jam band-ish,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he actually he taught me there at the studio. When he left the studio, we liked it. My parents
Private
liked him.
lessons
Like
for
my
him?
parents used to like fucking smoke pot with him and shit after practice. So like he would come to my house, and like my parents would feed him and then smoke with him, and he had a good time teaching me fucking guitar, dude. Until Deep Banana Blackout actually became like a bit of a
Popular,
touring
yeah.
band. They had like a whole fan base and shit, and
Yeah.
he couldn't teach lessons on Long Island anymore, really. But by that point, I had been taking lessons for maybe 4 years, and once you're taking lessons for a couple of years, you could kind of like,
That's
You
gotta
can
be
write
a-
punk songs.
It's gotta be
exactly.
that has to be
like, I know
a
enough.
marijuana strain now, right? Deep Banana Black.
it's gotta be. It should be, dude. I'd smoke that.
All right.
So I guess, are we still doing like band chronology?
Yes, yeah. So you
This is
are
a tough
you
one,
are who
so
you fuck
fuck-
into
and then-
Sister Kisser.
So then Sister Kisser.
Two provocative names right there.
Yeah, I get. It wasn't meant to be provocative. If you want to get into like
I might sit
where they came from, like You Are Who You Fuck. Well, first of all, who is it? Suicide File, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or yeah, it was Suicide File. They said You Are Who You Fucked. And that's kind of the reference point, but I always thought it was cool, like a take on like You Are Who You Eat, kind of like
You're
you know,
what you eat.
Oh,
I think.
or you eat. That's now that was sexual or whatever.
I guess I'm a big
Provocative.
old pussy.
No, yeah. You are what you eat. Kind of like just a. I don't know. I felt like back then it was important to. It still is respect the people that you spend time with. Don't spend your time with people who you don't respect. What am I saying? Who the fuck knows? That makes sense.
Guilty by association.
Yeah, and
Judged by who
Sister
I know.
Kisser. Obviously, it wasn't a kissing your sister reference, although it does. The words have a nice ring to it. But I dated a girl back in the day who one person told her that she kind of looked like my sister, and she called me Sister Kisser for the duration of our relationship.
Nothing better than that.
Which, yeah. It led to a fun band name. And
Yeah.
actually, Damien picked it out. We had a couple of different band names when we were jamming.
Do you remember any of the other ones?
Only one. Sal came up with petty swindlers or something like that. It's the only one that I could think of.
Yeah.
But Damien really liked Sister Kisser, so we went with it.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it had a nice ring to it, you know, and like looked good. The letters together, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's weird as you get older. Everything's weird. Even like I play under Big Hearted Boy now, and like it's just like it's either that or fucking Dustin Aaron Schneider. Like I don't fucking know what. It's all so fucking weird. Picking a name and being like, this is me. This weird arbitrary name.
I don't think any band is completely happy with the band name they chose.
You shouldn't be.
Unless you're yes.
You're
Live has a lot of trouble nowadays. You cannot Google that band.
Well, I don't know how much you know about them now, but there's a lot of trouble and tension within that band as far as who owns the actual band name and stuff. And,
well, it was all them minus the singer. Now it's just the singer, right?
But now they've sued him, and he can't tour as live.
Fuck.
Because the guitar player sold the rights to the band to someone else, and I don't know. There were two guys named
selling
Chad
the drama, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, Sister Kisser toured, put out records, like pretty busy band, yeah.
And that's probably your first time, was that your first time playing out of state with Sister Kisser? Or had you played out of state before then?
The Buddy System did a few out-of-state shows
but
back in the
Jersey,
days.
Connecticut, something like that?
PA and Connecticut and probably Jersey, yeah, but that's it. Tri-state area. Yeah, and then Sister Kisser was the first band that really, we went out there. We went hard. The golden years, the golden.
I think it's funny how many people so Matt bought that van from Travis from Take My Chances and all that stuff, but that van had been borrowed by every Long Island hardcore band of that era. Agent took it up to Albany once, and Times of War took it on a weekend to Albany and Massachusetts and back home, and it's seen a lot, so it's cool to know that many people spent that much time doing that. And it had the Ice Cream Man sound effect thing in it, and
it had chickens and shit. Yeah, it was very very cool. A cot in the back.
Driving around with Matt, he would just do a chicken noise at a red light, and people would be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Going on tour in that thing and pulling into a happening college town with people on the fucking streets, and Matt would fucking hit the chicken. There's one story that I think we can all recall from Sister Kisser, where
Matt used to hit the chicken a lot, if you know what I mean.
A girl came up to us. She's like, "Did you just chicken us?"
What of it?
Yeah, we were chickening a lot of people. There was a lot of chickening, Ice Cream Man in. Yeah, I still have the key to that van on my fridge. I made it a magnet because it was such an important time in my life. It was such a special time in my life I was like, I can't just throw away this key. I have to keep it and do something with it. So it's on my fridge.
Yeah, Sister Kisser is one of the bands, besides Iron Chic, obviously, that when I talk to people in other states that they knew from Long Island.
Well, you got to thank Mike Dumps for that.
Yeah.
Dead Broke, shout out. He knows what he's doing, and he got the word out, and yeah, we had a time. It really was a special time in my life. I think in all of our lives, and the energy was right.
For sure.
But you know what? There's a lot of chaos, man. There's a lot of mental illness.
Too young and not
mature. We were all drinking and doing mystery drugs on tour, and just we were getting crazy. And when you're young and shit, you think every
you don't think
really, but you think, oh, this is gonna last forever, and you don't realize that kind of you're in charge of that destiny and what's gonna happen. And I think we all just kind of thought, we'll just keep going on doing this shit, but
as much as it's a party, it's also a business.
Yeah, and it really kind of imploded, not in a bad way,
Did you guys go to Europe too?
What?
Did you go to Europe as well?
No. Man, we made connections, at least in the UK and stuff, and I thought it was gonna happen, and then I got a job at a tattoo shop, and I couldn't go on a tour. It was the tour with Iron Chic, but I flew down to Fest, and the end years, I feel like if we kept the momentum going and shit, I think we would have went to Europe. I think we would have went to the UK. We did a Canadian tour. That was fucking cool. We played on Music Plus or something. It was the other, like, instead of Much Music, it was like more of the French Canadian
So
one.
it's like Montreal or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Was
And
it
we played a
Pouzza
festival.
Fest or whatever?
Pouzza Fest. I believe it was the first Pouzza Fest or the second one. And we were in, like, the, Music
Pouzza
Blues
de-
studio and, like, played on
Yeah.
Canadian TV and shit. That was a cool tour. That was a lot of fun, actually. And yeah, I think we could have kept going, but there, we were too young. There was
I
a
think
lot
it
of
also got to
things.
the point shortly after that where, like, bands realized you didn't have to be a full-time band to be a band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of do things at your own pace.
Yeah.
But it was after that, in that, people
Yeah,
were
not
still
then.
thinking
Yeah.
you had to go for it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of right before, like, I feel like the internet, like, nowadays, everybody, you don't have to be, like, super full-time. As long as you're putting out content.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Though.
Yeah,
Like, you could do it all from a distance and
That's-
at home and pick and choose the weekends you want to go do whatever. Or
I feel like that was
yeah.
just coming
Uh-huh.
to fruition as
Yeah.
we were, like, fading away or whatever.
So, like, what years did that exist in?
See, that's a tough question. I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna say my educated
Please,
guess.
yeah.
Of
I'll let
that
John say.
It's like 2008, 2009, and I don't know when it would have ended, but that's based around the same thing because my time in Iron Sheik, like towards the end of it, or if I was in it for 3 years, halfway through that is when Sister Kisser came around, because Halfway to Hell Club is the precursor kind of to Sister Kisser, and that's Matt and
Yes.
Sal playing together.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
same studio,
Exactly.
same van, same, you know what
That's
I mean?
just it. And me and Chris were in, like, the other studio, and honestly, if we can be real here, I had approached you about being in Sister Kisser in the very beginning.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring all of us together, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe I'll play, like, keyboards or something. And there was a lot of discussions, and we
Yeah.
got stoned and talked about it, and it
Uh-huh.
was fun. But you never were in the band.
Yeah.
And
God bless the Massapequa studio. Or
Yeah.
any studio in general.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's full circle that we're doing this in the Massapequa studio. And
Well, no,
years
that-
and years ago.
that one was on Dale Street, I think, in
Yeah.
West Babylon.
Uh-huh. But I'm saying, years ago, his band, The Waiting Process, split a room with Silent Majority. Silent Majority
In this
broke
studio.
up.
Yeah.
And then Heads First Breakers, The Almighty started, which is half Silent Majority, half Waiting Process. And then Blood Red split it with them after Inside ended. And then Your Tragic Hero, which was like my band with Jared and Ian, you know what I mean, all of that. We were in another room in that studio, and then it went on fire, and then everyone moved out of there and went to the West Babylon studios, whether it's the one on Dale or the one on Sebro, you know what I mean? And
Yep,
now
yep.
everyone's back here again.
Yep, it's true.
Long Island was the land of practice spaces
Yeah.
for so long. I don't know.
This was L.I. Rocks back in the day, I guess, which
this was
an
LI
hourly
Rock
room.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm looking at the stickers on your case here. That's helping me with the
I was
history
gonna
of your
say,
bands.
there's a bunch.
American Hellfire
those-
Club.
Yeah. So after, I guess, Sister Kisser, maybe You Are Who You Fuck was after Sister Kisser. I honestly don't remember.
It wasn't. It was before
Okay,
then.
okay.
Because I was living at the Hobo House when you recorded with You Are
Yes.
Who You Fuck.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. So then, after that, bit of a hiatus, and then American Hellfire Club,
Which was
me.
Tambo?
So that's
That's Something Hearts?
First, me. Yeah, Troubled Hearts, which
Gotcha.
really should have just been Troubled Hearts. Should have been
American Hellfire
American
Club.
Hellfire Club, but Chris. So wait, let me get to it. So, I fucking originally American Hellfire Club was just like me. I did like a little solo thing. Then all of a sudden, it was me and Chris Arena, and I recorded with Tone, and I played guitar and bass, and Chris Arena played drums, and we played shows together, just the two of us. But I had Mike Calvert, because he's one of my favorite singers in the world. He did harmonies on that record. And then I was just like, oh, fuck it, let's make it a band. So then me, Mike, and Chris Arena, Deer Park Boys, went to into was it like Brooklyn, I think it was, or Queens, with John Mollusk Studios, and we did a full band American Hellfire Club. And then Chris Arena moved to California. And when he did that, we got Tambo to play drums, but Tambo and Chris have a different playing style, and we were writing new songs, and it just didn't. In looking back, in retrospect, that should have been maybe the final American Hellfire Club record. But because Chris wasn't in the band, I felt like we kind of had to change the name.
Fair enough.
And, one Troubled Hearts record with Tambo. And, that whole, like, arc from the beginning of American Hellfire Club to that last record with Tambo really burnt me out as a frontman, as a songwriter, being younger and in Sister Kisser, and every show was a fucking party, to now American Hellfire Club and now Troubled Hearts, where, I honestly feel like that Troubled Hearts record was some sort of writing culmination for, this is going to sound pretentious, but I feel like I worked really hard on that record, and I really love the songs and everything, and like playing shows to like fucking 5 people, now we're like in our 30s and stuff. It's like, damn, dude, like
start to question things.
Oh, dude, it was hard. It was a rough realization. I was just burnt out. Yeah. And Mike and Sal were like having kids, and I was like, you know what? I think I need to take a back seat. So after that, Sal and I jammed on like acoustic stuff. We put out a Dino Boys record, and then Sal wrote some songs with Natural Boys. I started a band with one of my ex-girlfriends and Chesko and Brad. That album, it was an EP, hasn't seen the light of day, but it was a pretty cool thing. I was playing bass in that one. I couldn't be a front man. I couldn't, really write at that point. I was so burnt out. And then COVID hit, the pandemic, and we were really stuck inside, and we weren't supposed to be hanging out with a lot of people.
Does this bring us to Nightway?
It brings us to Nightway.
Yeah.
So Matt and I, both shared a love for fucking 80s, new wave and pop music, and he was really getting to learn, like, I don't know, the programs on the computer. I don't remember what it was called.
Fruity Loops?
Yeah, probably. One of those. Yeah, all those things. I think maybe he said he learned it from maybe Eric DeMarco or something like that. Or
probably Fruity Loops.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And but Matt was getting really good with it. And
that Eric.
Yeah, hell yeah, Eric. And I'm always writing, even though I didn't want to be like necessarily a front man or anything.
When it's in you, it's in you.
That's just like that's how I express as a naturally like shy, awkward person. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to express myself. And I think that's like a problem that I'm going to work through my entire life. Is it's hard to lead with your heart and truly express yourself. I think it takes a lot of courage. And but wait, where am I going with this? So yeah,
Nightway.
If it's in you, I'm always kind of writing. So I had like these little piano like kind of things, and Matt was learning this program, and like we were always kind of hanging out. And yeah, Nightway started, and the pandemic started, so we couldn't really do shit, and we were making music videos, and it was a lot of fun. Nightway was a lot of fun. And we played shows, man, and it was weird. We were like, we had backing tracks and like a light show, and fucking I got to be like flamboyant and wear makeup and see-through clothes and dance while I played. I loved it. I was having such a good time, just getting drunk and dancing and being free, man. It was beautiful. But then, after the pandemic ended, it was really like around that same kind of timeline. We played a little bit and then less and less. Nightway still has a record where, like, if Matt and I ever got the computer open and the lyrics out, we could probably do another record. But, life took us in opposite directions. And where did I go after Nightway? Then it was Olby, because after the pandemic, I went to a show at Beery's. Everybody was, like, out and about finally. And Seattle, had the Olby thing going before me. It was something else, and they were looking for a singer. And after kind of playing bass in bands and now doing the keyboard stuff and whatever, I was ready to get back in the studio like this and fucking rock out with my friends. I missed this shit, so I jumped at the opportunity to sing for Olby. Didn't write the music to Olby, but still, it was so much fun to just be in this environment with friends again and be I don't know, broing out or whatever.
And you were just singing an LB.
Yeah.
Not playing an instrument.
Yeah. And it was fun. It was super lighthearted for me because I wasn't writing the music. I was just able to like have fun.
Stakes is low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really enjoyable until not that it wasn't, but I had that fucking knack again where I was like, oh, I'm writing a lot. Oh, wait, and then I did during Olbies, so I was writing a lot. I started a band called Lewd Vibe in Brooklyn with Tambo and Nick from the Broosevelts and many other bands now at this point. And we put out one EP, and then I decided it was time. It was finally time to live out my Gavin Rossdale in the Rain dreams. And I was just like, I have to
name the project that.
Gavin Rossdale in the Rain.
Yes. But check it out, REIGN.
Oh. Soggy Gavin.
Yeah. So I left those two bands, with much love. I love those guys, but a lot had happened in my life. I had a heartbreak, and I was really writing a lot. And when you're in bands, especially in a band in Brooklyn, you can't I was writing so many songs, and to teach them the songs and maybe only practice once or twice a month, I just knew I was like, I got to put this album out on my own. I got to do it on my own. I to focus on it, I had to quit Olby, which broke my heart, but I had to focus. Like I had a feeling inside me where I just kind of had to do this shit, and I left both bands just to focus on this. And here I am now, fucking.
See, most people wouldn't, so that shows a lot of maturity, I think.
It was really
because you wouldn't have been able to really give it your all in those bands.
That's just it. And I would be putting these songs on the back burner that were really aching in my heart, that I really had to play. And I feel like so much in my life, I've let fear get in the way of what my heart truly desired. And it's scary to play by yourself. It really is, and it's scary to put yourself out there. It's scary to not have fucking feedback and friends up there with you that if shit's awkward, you could fucking make a joke with one of your buddies. It's weird, dude. And I would, if I was younger, I would have chose being in a band, and something just hit me after that heartbreak and after realizing wow, I need to follow my heart. My heart was telling me to fucking work on these fucking songs, and something wasn't aligning. Something didn't feel like it was aligning internally, and which brings us to here, where now I'm just an adult and I don't give a fuck who's at my shows, and I'm just fucking playing songs that are coming out of me naturally, and it's fun to rock out with my friends, but yeah.
And you do have some shows coming up.
I do.
This will probably be out after your show.
Maybe in the middle of them.
Well, if there's more than one
you can shout them out if you want.
Yeah. Won't be out before Sunday.
Well, I've got a show on Sunday.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really
great
it.
show. Great show, Dustin.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Killed it.
Thank you.
I can't believe that crazy thing that happened. We had to clean all that shit up.
But come see me. I'll play anywhere. I'll play in a fucking parking lot. I'll play in the studio space like I have been all night already.
Yes.
I'll play at a fucking bar mitzvah. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just.
His last name's Schneider. Of course, I'll play bar mitzvah.
And that's not even the Jewish side of my family.
Interesting.
Yeah. So come see me anywhere. Come see me at a fucking open mic. I really don't give a shit. But I do. I love you. Whoever you are.
Yeah. Never met you, but I love you.
Oh, my God.
All right, so we're going to hear another
Save
song
me, guys.
from you.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back with some more music nerdery.
This song's called Feel Everything. We can get as weird as we want to. We can be as silly as the case. The holidays are coming. Please be my relief. Don't let this be the last time, baby. Let me be the only thing you need. You're the only one I see, but you're not my side, and all I can do is wait around for you. And I can barely breathe as I'm trying to be more lenient with myself, but I'm living in a hell, always trying to reconcile all this pain I feel inside, and I want to know it, let go and grow from it. Sometimes it gets too real, it's too hard for me to deal, but trust this is the way, yeah. And just let me say it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way.
All right, we are back. So now we're going to talk about some of our favorite, I'm going to just say solo singer songs. We could say singer-songwriters. I'm playing a little loose
Solo
with that.
singer songs.
Solo singer songs.
Okay, what makes a singer-songwriter? Like, can it be someone in a band,
It could be
who-
someone from a band who went solo. Yeah.
but they have to go solo? They can't.
I think the only rule here for me is no bands. Got to be a
Well,
solo
what it-
singer.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What about like Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Is he a singer-songwriter?
Totally.
I mean, he had the E Street Band.
Yeah.
But he
But
also
he-
had albums without you.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of see how this works now.
I'd call a Bruce Springsteen in the E Street Band song a Bruce Springsteen song.
Okay.
Even though the other guys are probably involved with the writing.
There's no E Street Band without Bruce Springsteen.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right.
You're not going to mention him at all.
No, he's not my top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with you, Dustin.
Woo!
Oh, I almost dropped a J.
Almost a sin. Don't drop the J.
All right.
Went
So
on
just
to
give me some honorable mentions and like a number 5.
Oh my god, dude!
Sorry to put you on the
I
spot.
so badly want to give you like a solid top 5, but I really can't. There's a ton of.
Go with
There's
your gut,
so
man.
many honorable mentions. Woo! All right, my first concert ever was Tom Petty. He had the Heartbreakers, but damn, dude, that guy could write a song. And really inspired me growing up. I loved his songs from an early age. Tom Waits, Bruce Springsteen. I'm sorry I mentioned him before. Does John Lennon count?
Yeah.
One of my favorite singer-songwriters. He had a ton of solo records.
Any particular songs from any of them? Or
Well, so here's the thing, and I don't necessarily want to get into songs, but I feel like my favorites when it comes to like a favorite singer-songwriter, because there's so many good ones, so many, but I like to feel shit, man. I don't care if
disgusting.
somebody's the best singer or the best songwriter. Someone who knows how to express emotion.
absolutely. Yeah.
Tom Waits, another one. Modern day, Kathleen Edwards and Maddie Diaz are two of my favorite songwriters as of right now. I listen to them on a regular basis. They both make me feel a lot. Kathleen Edwards has like my favorite voice ever, and I think she's an incredible songwriter. And Maddie Diaz is like
I'm not
next
familiar.
level. Yeah, not a lot of people are. So much emotion behind her songs. Super simple, super raw. But she also lives in Nashville and like writes for like fucking big artists too.
Okay.
Chris Carrabba, Dashboard Confessional. I saw that show, that tour, which was like the Movie Life, Hot
Newfound
Rod
Glory.
Circuit, Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Dashboard Confessional. Nobody did at that show. He opened, I think, and he fucking played, and I was like, holy shit, who the fuck is this guy? I don't listen to Dashboard anymore, but when I first heard him, he made me feel shit. That's a good singer-songwriter. Of course, Elliott Smith, Fiona Apple, Nick Drake, Phoebe Bridgers, Glenn Hansard, rest in peace. that dude is incredible because he played with such emotion. It's really about feeling for me. Ryan Adams, Eesh, Connor Oberst, Randy Newman. The list goes on and on. I'm sorry. I know I'm not playing the game. It's hard to do a top 5. I just have so much love, and
That's right.
I want to spread it around. You guys go.
We'll play for you.
Thank you.
Okay, John.
He mentioned a few that I would have mentioned, but again, in no specific order. I'll try to name just 5. Leonard Cohen, amazing lyricist, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man, unique voice.
Amen, brother.
Fiona Apple is also one of mine, thanks to my sister. There's a handful of things that she listened to that I loved as well. And even though he was in a band, he put out a solo record. Ben Folds is an amazing songwriter.
Yes, he is.
As well.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my sister. I didn't, latch on to Les Mis or Rent, which I heard through her bedroom wall many, many times. But also on my list, who else was there? Jeff Buckley. Getting back,
Incredible.
famously covered the Leonard Cohen.
Yes.
Leonard Cohen, Hallelujah. But on his
Old
own.
Lenny Cohen.
Lenny Cohen's. Most amazing, powerful voice that makes you feel everything in that man's
Goosebumps. Hell
body. Nick Drake, another one you could go to with that. John Prine, another singer-songwriter.
Hell yeah.
People that make you feel with their voices.
That's
Like
it.
Dustin saying, I don't like, as far as movies goes, I call them make-em-ups. Like things that are not grounded in reality at all, because they don't make me feel anything. I want a movie that can make me cry or make me change the way I think or feel about something.
And with a full band, there's a lot of instrumentation that truly can make you feel, even without vocals.
Yeah.
So it says a lot to just have a stripped down version of a song make you feel that same emotion as like a swell into, I don't fucking know.
Totally.
Totally.
Now I wish I would have written this down, because now there's more. Elliott Smith was also on my list, but that's
I mean, obviously, come on.
an easy one. I guess Lisa Loeb would be another one my sister got me into.
I had a big crush on her back in the day.
Still
Yeah,
have
who
a big
didn't?
crush.
Hell
But,
yeah.
who's the one that Dweezil Zappa dated her?
He
for a
sure
long
did,
time.
yeah.
I guess Frank Zappa is even though the Mothers is his band, he is a unique power force onto his own, fucking weirdo and a half. But
Super unique.
more when you think singer-songwriter, you think an acoustic guitar, and that's not always the case. But
I do wonder what the definition of singer songwriter is.
someone to write, you think of like a Cat Stevens or James
Cat
Taylor,
Stevens,
or
yes.
yeah.
Oh my god, I love Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
Also, can I
Yusuf
just
Islam.
honorable mention? Oh wait, what the fuck's his name? Yo, do you guys know that band Snow Patrol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy who writes those songs, I did write Gary Lightbody. You wouldn't even know that. He can fucking write a tune. Let me tell you, he really can. He makes me feel with his songs, but he's part of a band, so I didn't know if he counts for this shit. But
I'm trying to think of who else is here. You burned through too many names, and now I forgot what I was going to say. But
sorry.
It's okay. The Leonard Cohen and the Jeff Buckley are huge, huge, huge ones for me. Ben Folds
Absolutely.
halfway counts, I guess. Mike Ness, Cheating in Solitaire is an amazing album.
Dude, even the Social D stuff, I mean, he writes
That's
99% of that, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Great song, right?
Who else has so? I don't know. Let's go to Vito.
What do you got?
Do you have a top 5 songs? Or
I don't. Was that the assignment?
yes.
I'll go back in text messages, and it will not say anything about songs, I promise you. There is no text messages. We brief whatever. No need to hear this.
Oh my God, people. So I have songs.
But
Yeah, lay it on.
correct me if I'm wrong. People sing these songs, right?
One person sings all these songs. Yes.
Bobby McFerrin.
And I have a top 5. So I'll go through my honorable mentions, and then we'll
Awesome.
I'll
Can we we'll chime in?
You can chime in with me, yeah. So, starting at the bottom, Runaway by Del Shannon. Almost made my top 5. That's a good one. Also, his performance of that on Letterman is legendary, if you've ever seen it. Paul Schaefer just, destroys the organ solo in the middle.
He can be a bit much when he's playing with bands sometimes, though.
But he nails that shit. That Farfisa solo in the middle, real good.
Didn't we graduate
Roy
with that kid?
Orbison. Crying.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, Roy Orbison. Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff Lynne for making Roy Orbison and Tom Petty sound crystal clear and gorgeous in the
Shout out
late
to the
80s.
Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's a band of great songwriters.
It really is. And he made records for all of them.
Yep. Prince.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
My 2 songs, Diamonds and Pearls and I Would Die For You.
Awesome.
Even though technically Prince in the New Power Generation and Prince in the Revolution, but it's all
No cream
Prince.
shaboogie bop.
Nah. No assless chaps for me.
I'll take them.
Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time.
Yo,
Banger.
I will say
out William Whitman.
that first Cyndi Lauper record, She's So,
So
Unusual,
Unusual.
Yeah, that's what.
is such a fucking influence on me. Like, not even just Nightway. Like,
Yeah.
that's such a great record.
A lot of people
Every
don't know
single
Girls Just
song.
Want to Have Fun a cover. It is not her original song.
No, yeah, it's some
true.
bar band from Philly.
That's not the Hooters.
It's not
Or
the
the Del
Hooters.
Fuego.
A lot of songs on that album actually aren't her songs, but
Yeah.
it's a great album.
Not a singer-songwriter technically, but
Singer, not a songwriter.
Show Me Love, Robin S.
Ah.
Probably the best vocal on a dance tune, I think.
Show me love, show me love. Right?
Close
That
enough.
one? Or something like that? Yeah. Okay.
Whenever people talk about Robin, that's like a singer, what a pop star
Yeah.
now. It's not her, but I think it's her.
Yeah, she's got bangers too. But yeah, "Show Me Love" is just a song that's like it's hard to play as a DJ because it's like so much more well produced than everything you're gonna play it in between.
Give it to like
So it
Max
hits so
Martin or
hard.
whatever Swedish
Yeah.
producers made that shit. Yeah.
So it's like it has to hit at the right point in the night. It's like a secret weapon. Okay, Marvin Gaye.
Hell yeah.
I got Inner City Blues and What's Going On. Yeah.
Is he the
Good.
one whose father killed him, or is that Al Green?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Shot him in the back, right? Sinead O'Connor.
Hey.
Her Prince cover, Nothing Compares to You.
Oh, incredible.
And also I'm Stretched on Your Grave, which is like an old Irish poem that she put over the funky drummer beat. How do you not love all of that? Joe Strummer, Coma Girl.
Mescaleros album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 5. Had to go with a Nina Simone song.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to go with the classic Feeling Good. But also honorable mention to her version of I Put a Spell on You. Originally Howlin' Wolf in the 50s. Yeah, one of the best voices ever. Okay, next. Bob Marley, Redemption Song.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of an anomaly in his catalog because it's just him and an acoustic guitar, and it's not really a reggae song. It's just kind of like an
Definitely.
acoustic folk song. But talk about a guy that'll make you feel something.
Definitely. Great
You know.
songwriter. Great songwriter.
Bob Marley got shot and tear gassed for playing his music and kept on playing.
Well, he was high as hell.
Thug life, man. Okay, so that's number 3.
I defy you to find a picture of him without a joint in his hands.
Next up, Charles Bradley, Changes, the Black Sabbath cover.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Also the theme song to Big Mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Incredible. I love the original too, but
Yeah,
he just
both
brought it
songs
to
make me
another
feel
fucking
something.
level.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, no, that's a much better version than.
Yeah. And Charles Bradley's story just in general, like he started his career when he was like 60.
Yep.
He was like a dishwasher.
Sleeping in a basement.
Yeah. And yeah, the Budos band also backing him up on that. So can't go wrong. Awesome. Jeff Buckley next. Lover, You Should Have Come Over.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you've ever been dumped, put that song on,
Yep.
and that'll clean you out real good. Yes, that's number 2. Number 1, my first musical obsession.
Phil Collins.
I know about the allegations.
Oh.
Michael Jackson.
Uh,
Human Nature.
Yeah.
Not a songwriter though. Like very fit. No, Teddy Riley and Quincy Jones wrote all of his shit.
Yeah,
And Toto.
and Toto.
I guess. Yeah.
No.
There's things.
Solo
no,
singer,
but
though.
Michael came up with like parts, but with his mouth.
But
He
you
was
know,
very involved with the
Yes,
songwriting.
yeah.
Hear his demos where he's like yippity yapping like vocal melodies and like yeah.
Playing
Coming up
drums
with
on a box.
harmonies and stuff.
Human Nature was a fully formed song before he got to it. You know.
Yeah.
That's what's Jeff the brother's name, the keyboard
Porcaro.
guy. Yeah.
But that's my favorite one. So
It's
those
good.
those synths, killing.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Yeah. So that's my top 5 solo singer songs.
Thank you for doing it correctly.
Understanding the assignment you came up with.
Yeah.
Ironically, my nephew is now in
rambling
marching band, and they are doing all Michael Jackson songs for
cool.
this season, which is probably appropriate for a bunch of 11-year-old children to be playing together a prolific.
I was 5 years old, dressed up like him, so whatever.
Different time. We didn't know that.
We didn't know.
Now we know. But that movie pretty much covers all of it, right? Except for any of that.
They shot his dad a lot of bail in that movie too. They made him really look. They softened his personality
It's not
quite a
like
bit.
that made-for-TV one. I used to love when that would be on VH1 edited for like 4 hours in a row, and they were just showing the whole thing.
I was just thinking about VH1 today, about how it was the superior channel for a while.
They showed Showgirls once with an edited version I've never seen, where they Roger Rabbit drew over the fucking women when they were naked.
Oh, bras. Yeah, they did like cartoon bras. I definitely saw that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Why would you even do that?
But like late 90s-ish, when they were doing like Behind the Music and all
Pop-up
the
video,
pop-up
yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good stuff.
Behind the Music and pop-up video were great shows. Very informative.
Yeah.
Harlow. I fucking hate her.
Oh, yeah. Bands on the Run.
Yeah.
Oh.
Josh Dotis band. Flicker Stick.
We need to do a watch-through of that for the podcast, I think.
I got to review the Flicker Stick album for the Nassau Community College vignette. Welcoming Home the Astronauts, I think is the name of the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dustin, back to you.
Back to me.
What's different for you, like, coming from a collaborative band environment to, like, just you writing music?
Well, I mean, the main difference, it's even hard to practice, to be honest, because, like, I fuck around at home when the spirit strikes, but, like, having an assigned band practice night, which you guys all know about, and, like, you go and you practice your songs, keeps you fucking tight. I'm definitely losing that aspect of it, and I like hanging out with my friends. That's a big difference.
There's accountability, too, when there's other people involved, and...
Definitely.
But what I always didn't like about that is when people were like, come on, we got to get to what we're doing. And, like, I don't, like, you don't live in a place where you could blast your guitar or whatever at full volume and just kind of dick around for a minute or two. Mm-hmm. I understand, like, you need to practice the set and work on what you have to work on.
If you have a show coming up or recording coming up, then you're supposed to not dick around and fucking get to business. But if you ain't got no shows or no recording lined up, practice is for dicking around and hanging out with your friends.
And rehearsal.
Yeah.
Rehearsal is for the show where you practice is where you're honing your shit.
Yeah.
Be it songwriting or whatever. But yeah.
Definitely. So that's like the biggest thing that I miss. Otherwise, this is going to make me sound like a little bit of a prima donna, I guess. But like,
it's like the fifth time you've said
that. Fuck you. But I like when you. Oh my god, this is really gonna sound. I don't know if it's gonna sound bad. I hope not. I hope it's received well. But like,
he's just gonna censor this. It's just gonna be beep 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 and beep.
Like when you write the
I'm
songs,
gonna put chicken sounds here.
You hear things very specifically in your head, or you have a very specific direction or idea. Yeah. And when you're in a band, it's a democracy. And, I've been in bands for so many years. Sometimes your ideas lose out in votes.
Well, it's everyone versus Joe, right?
You have to... anyway, no, a lot of times, I like, because I have a very specific vision, I guess, I like to if I write the song, I want it to sound a certain way. And it's a little difficult when you're in a band with so many different opinions. Yeah. Sometimes people even want you to change stuff, and I'm like, well, you're asking a little much, so there is like, there's pros and cons. I like playing by myself because it's just the rawest version of my vision, I guess you could say. And I'm good with that. But when you bring a raw version of a vision to a band and then it gets changed a little bit, sure, sometimes you could gain something from it, but a lot of times, if you like are the main songwriter, sometimes it loses something, and it's a sad feeling. That sounds so weird.
It's a blessing and a curse in that you can, if you have a riff or whatever, like a song or a part, you can fill in the blank spaces in your head. And when it doesn't match that in a collaborative effort, it's frustrating.
It's frustrating.
But at the same time, it's...
But it's also beautiful, because then you get other ideas and you hear things that you wouldn't normally hear, and there's room for, there's space for all of this in art.
But it's
in
also
general,
like seeing a movie that was adapted from a book and then reading the book. It's never as good as the other way around, because when you're reading it, you're picturing and envisioning it one way, and then when it's made by, a group of people, it's not what
it has
you had pictured or
a collective vision of other people.
But it could still be good.
Yes.
Where
Exactly.
if you saw the movie and it's a finished thing, that's the idea of it you have in your head, and you can know, you know what I mean? If, everyone saw Fight Club before they read the book, probably. So when you read the book, you're picturing Matt Damon, and not Matt Damon, picturing Ben Affleck and Ed Norton and all of that. But, it could have been a much better book if I had read it before I saw the movie,
Without a doubt. And that's why I think now, at the point that I'm at with the music that I'm making, it's less about presenting songs to people. I know I go into the studio and I do add other instrumentation, and they are songs, but I've also changed a lot of the songs, the keys of the songs, the tempos of the songs as I go along. It's more fluid, and it's more about expressing an emotion for me now than it is like when you go to a band practice and you try to get the song right. Now, for me, if I wanted to change the key at a band practice, now everybody's got to learn the new notes and this and that, whereas I just fucking change the chords and I do what the fuck I want, and maybe one night I want to play it slow, maybe one night I want to fucking really slop it up. It's more about invoking a feeling than presenting a song.
Do you have a home recording setup?
Not at all. I'm not good with technology. I don't know how to, find things that I download on the internet. That's one of the hardest parts about not being in a band.
And what did you go to school for?
Music business.
Okay.
I did not take audio recording.
Okay.
I went to school for the business end. I worked at a bunch of labels and fucking hated it, to be honest.
Shout out Punkcore.
That's one of them. One of them. I worked for 5 labels. I worked in the city, Universal. I fucking just saw Jay-Z every day.
You worked for UNG?
Yeah. A subsect of it. And all I did was smoke weed in this. My boss was super cool, and we just smoked weed in his office. Maybe I shouldn't say that on air, but
my boss Jay-Z.
he wasn't my direct boss. Either way, no, I'm terrible with technology. Both my parents are fucking pothead hippies. I didn't have computers. I didn't have a cell phone until college. I don't know how to record. I don't know how to without my bandmates and stuff who actually know computer stuff, social media stuff, recording stuff, Matt with Nightway and the Fruity Loops or whatever. I could not. All I have are stripped down songs, and that's it. I needed other people to kind of bring them to life, and I finally accepted the point where it's not about necessarily bringing the songs to life. It's just about putting them out there, putting that feeling out there, and releasing it to the world, and whatever happens.
I think that's cool for a solo thing, but I think bands that don't have the ability to record a song, we all started playing music in a time where if you wrote a new song, you had to play it to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's tiring. You no longer have to do that. You could just record a rough demo of it, and everyone can go home and work on their shit and bring it back. Or even in instances, they could record their shit and add it to it, and you can all hear it as it's progressing that way. You can piecemeal a song in a way you couldn't do it when we all started.
Can I shout out Scott Jablow really quickly?
He's the only person we forbid from being
You
shouted.
can't talk about him.
Of course.
None of this would be possible without him. To be really clear, I have an iPhone. It has the voice recording, thing or whatever. I've got thousands of voice recordings, and that's all I ever had. Mm-hmm. And they get buried over time. And I do not have any home recording anything. I do not know how to work anything. Mm-hmm. I had a Tascam 4-track in the 90s, and that was the last thing I knew how to use. And Scott really gave me the opportunity when I told him I had a full length inside me that had to come out. he said, you know, come to my studio,
the enema.
and he really gave me time to, like, you know, mess around and come up with other instrumentation and everything, and he without him really, it would just be like demos on my phone. He really helped me out a lot. I love him. He's like family.
He recorded my band No Funeral when he was in school for that shit at ARTI. Worked with him 2 jobs, longtime friend of all of ours.
Very sweet.
One of the only people
very
whose
sweet
cell phone
man.
numbers I know by heart for some reason.
Shout out Scott
We
Jabba.
love you, Scott.
All right, Dustin, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
We're
having
going to get
me.
one more song out of you. And people can find you on social media at Big Hearted Boy now. I think there's a 0.
It's true.
for
And
a-
yes, the O is actually a 0.
Okay.
That's very important
Very
to
important,
note.
yeah. So they can check you there for whatever's coming up next.
And
Yeah,
we will
yeah.
link to him in all our posts and
Music,
such.
motorcycles, fucking ass pics. I don't fucking know, man. Just come back. This song is called Stuck. Oh, it's becoming clearer by the year how my brain's controlled by fear. When I take a good look in the mirror, nothing appears. I am confused about the here and now. My goals are nowhere nearer. When it comes to love, well, I disappear. Can't all be Brando. Where does the time go? Will things always be the same? I know people change. Who am I to judge them anyway? Yet I'm stuck in the same damn spot as before. Life's kicking my ass so much it's getting sore. And I hope some magic finds its way to me one of these days. If it does, I will pass it right on to you. Oh, whoa. Why can't I ever explain? How can all that's good just go away? Yet the bad just stays the same. The hard road remains. I'm always fucking up the easy stuff. Will I ever fucking change? Can't all be Brando. Where does the time go? I know people change. Who am I to judge? Yeah, I'm stuck in the same damn spot as before. Life's kicking my ass so much it's getting sore. And I know some magic finds its way to me one of these days. If it does, I will pass it right on to you. If it does, I will pass it right on to you. If it does,